I don't like when podcasts have people introduce themselves because I'm like, you learn about them.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Like we don't need the whole bio. I try with the titles to essentially, you know, give a slight gist of it. I always go back and forth of like, should I just put the name or just the title? Because I see the benefit of both. Like I feel like Joe Rogan has like an edge on that though, because he already has such a strong following. Like that's what I originally did at the beginning. I would
Yeah.
just do all titles. So with CryptoDads, huh?
Yeah.
Is that where you started? Like the whole entrepreneurial stuff?
No, I've been doing entrepreneurship since I was very young.
Like what?
Like,
do you remember the first thing that you did?
yeah, it was called Simple Roots. It was an e-commerce store, and I was trying to sell like it didn't work, but I was trying to sell like natural products online.
How old were you right here?
16, 17.
Nice.
Didn't work, and then I just went back to working at Burlington Coat Factory.
Nice.
So.
How long did you give into the e-com space?
Probably I got back into it in 2017, and I stayed in it until, I mean, technically today.
Yeah.
I'm still kind of in it, yeah.
And so you started that, you said when you were 14 or 16?
When I was 16.
16. And didn't you like leave high school when you were like 16?
No. So I graduated high school and everything, but I moved to California like straight out of high school pretty much.
Oh, at 18?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, for some reason I thought you like dropped out of high school and then went straight to California.
No.
Interesting.
No. Yeah, I graduated.
So you started ecom, but then you got into crypto afterwards, after the Burlington?
Yeah, so I got into ecom, and then I did that for a little bit. Didn't have any success with it when I was living back in Indiana, and then I moved to California. Worked a couple jobs there, just normal retail jobs, just because I wanted to get out of Indiana, and moved back. And then moved out here, and that's whenever I really got into e-commerce, is when I moved out here.
Oh, so you ended up like finding a bunch of success in e-com.
Yeah.
Do you remember like what your products were?
Yeah, it was pore cleansers.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
The black stuff?
Yeah,
That's
the blackhead light cleaners. That was my first product. I ran that, and that store went crazy.
That had to have been 2018, right?
Yeah, it was around 2018.
Yeah.
The store was called Bella Bold.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you remember like how much did you run it up to?
$2 million.
2 mil?
Yeah.
Did you sell it or did you just like close it?
I just closed it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I didn't know how to.
I talked to Dennis about this. Did you ever have like anyone message you and be like, you know, my face is burnt or something like that?
Yeah, so we never had we more so had people who got like hickeys from leaving it in one spot, and their face would be so bruised.
Would they send you photos?
Oh yeah, 100%. They'd send us photos, but it was never like anything permanent. But yeah, it was scary. That's kind of one of the reasons why we stopped selling it.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, because it's like liability.
I've seen people do like stuff for like eyes and stuff. I'm like, I never wanted to get into anything involving like the body.
Yeah, the body and even just like tech products, I was never big on because the return rate was so crazy because it's just cheap shit, you know?
Like I see what's going wild now is the thing you plug into your car and then it turns it into Netflix and everything like that.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
That's a big product.
Really?
Someone's probably going to try to sell after this. So did you just roll the money into crypto? Because did you run that store for like 2 years? 1 year?
Yeah, I ran it for like 2 years. I had a ton of stores. I was hopping around stores like crazy,
Nice.
but that was like the main one that got me out the trenches.
What got you into ecom?
I met Steven actually.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So I met Steven in an elevator through I was hanging out with a friend, and then I met Steven in an elevator at some hotel, and then I went over to his house to help him move out of his
Right after meeting him?
Right after meeting him, yeah, we just like became friends. Went over, helped him move out of his place. That was back during one of his like larger companies.
Oh yeah, the dab stuff.
Yeah, I didn't know. Yeah, and yeah, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do this. So I went home, I bought a course, and started watching a bunch of YouTube videos on drop shipping, and just like went to it. And within like 3 weeks, I was making making money. Yeah, and then I quit.
Whose
my
course
job.
did you buy?
I don't even want to say his name.
Why?
Because I don't like him.
You don't like him
I don't
anymore?
really like him anymore. He's not a genuine person. So.
Okay, I want to know after.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
Yeah, Steven is interesting because I was telling someone last night, every person I've ever met in Colorado was through Steven. And what's crazy about Steven is I had one of the worst days of my entire life 2 years ago, and I remember I went on a hike and was like doing Wim Hof in the forest. And after I got done doing Wim Hof, I look at my phone and Steven messages me for the first time. Didn't know this guy. He goes, "Hey, what are you doing this weekend? Do you want to come up to Vail? We got a house." I'm like, "Yeah, like awesome." So I got in my car, I drove there, and that's when I met everybody and everyone I've met, like Raj, like Alan, like Tanner at the time, Sean. And then all the people I met through them, like it became like Steven is the central node. That guy's awesome.
Yeah, 100%. That's how I know everybody out here.
Crazy.
Like if it wasn't for Steven, I would probably have no friends because I don't really talk to anyone. But yeah, every time I'm around Steven, he always has people with him.
He's supposed to be on the podcast next. It's gonna be a cool one.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good one, bro.
Yeah. Because every time I think of Steven, I think about when he had that house in Littleton. That was like. How many square feet do you remember?
Oh, it was crazy.
It was one of the biggest in Denver.
It was like a castle.
Yeah. And he had the other house too at 18.
Yeah.
18 years old.
That's what opened my eyes, man.
Yeah. Were you living in Denver at the time?
Yeah, I was living in Cap Hill.
I could not picture you living in Denver.
Yeah, no, it sucked. I lived in like this, dude, the apartment was so small that I couldn't sleep in the bedroom because like a bed wouldn't fit in there. So I put a futon out in the living room, and then back then I was like slamming like frozen pizzas like crazy, but they wouldn't.
Would you cook them at least?
Well, dude, they wouldn't fit in the oven, so I had to cut them in half because it was like a small oven.
Oh yeah,
yeah, so it wouldn't fit.
That's how I grew up with that. Actually, none of our appliances ever worked.
Really?
We had a dishwasher, it never worked. We had an oven, never worked. Like my whole life. And then the worst part is when the microwave broke, all we had left was that tiny conventional oven. So I remember like cutting the pizzas in half, and putting them in there and I just realized I met you on that Vail trip. I always forget because you had the long hair at the time. Remember you came up to Vail and I met you in the tub?
Oh, yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah,
and now here we are.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago, kind of.
Was 2020 like the turning point for you getting into cryptocurrency?
So actually I had also been in crypto since like 2014.
Oh, damn. What got you into crypto? Some sketchy shit?
No. I was just like a huge tech nerd. Like I've always been super into computers and stuff. And back then I was building computers a lot. So I was just always looking at stuff online, and I found Bitcoin. And I remember this wasn't in 2014. I think it was a little before, but I remember going to like the first Bitcoin website.
Wow.
And I was showing my friends and my dad, and I was like, I want to put my money into this. And
was that the website where you like did captchas for Bitcoin?
Yeah, it was like, oh man, I'm trying to remember exactly how it looked. It was like your typical like 90s looking website that was just plain white, super sketch, looked like a scam.
Yeah.
All my friends told me it was a scam, and I remember going and buying the Halo 3 edition Xbox 360 with the money instead of putting it into Bitcoin. And yeah. So I bought crypto first in 2016, and then I've been in it since.
Yeah.
then.
Anytime I meet someone, especially playing golf, and they ask what I do, I always say, I sold a lot of drugs in college. Bitcoin was the currency. When Bitcoin went up, I've been retired ever since.
Hey, there you go.
Because like if at the beginning, I think most people want to like tell everyone what they do and everything.
Yeah.
You quickly learn. You get a lot of pick your brain requests. You get a lot of like dinner requests. Can I take you out to lunch requests? And it's just like, man, it just gets old. So like I found out like that's the perfect like answer, because what am I going to teach? Like, and I've told that to some people, and they're like, they still ask to like pick my brain. I'm like, what are you going to pick my brain about? Like, how to go back in time?
Yeah, no, I feel that. It's also just, I don't know. For me, I'm just like, I'm a normal guy. I'm like, what are you going to pick my brain about? Yeah. I watch YouTube videos and then just like try it. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Well, through my experience teaching people drop shipping and being so open about that, there's a archetype of person that they subconsciously look for an excuse to not try something, and they use you as saying no to their pick your brain request as that excuse that like, well, not try. Because I met so many people. They're like, oh, can you teach me dropshipping? I'm like, well, I got a website and I teach it all for free. Yeah, but like, could you like still help me like make a Shopify? I'm like, well, all that's in the course for free. And then they never end up doing it, because what they're really asking is either looking for an excuse not to try, or will you just do all the work for me?
Yeah.
The funniest request I ever got was this guy was like, hey bro, can you build me a store? And this was way back. And when I built stores for like $600. And I was like, yeah, I'll build you one, but it's just going to be 600. And he was like, whoa, no way, bro. You got the money. You just build me the store and I'll give you like 20%
No
of the
way.
profits.
Dude, people are crazy.
Yeah.
That's like insane.
And that's why my whole like philosophy of like somebody's got to do it, even though it's like pretty comical. It's like literally that's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
You just have to do it.
Yeah.
Anything, you got to do it.
Exactly. I mean, I guess that's why not a lot of people do it. I think anyone can do it.
Anyone can do it,
but
not many can do it right.
Yeah, exactly. Or at least like try.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not a lot of people try.
And then sometimes I do it and I wish I didn't.
Yeah. I feel that. I used to be so bad at saying no to people too.
Oh yeah.
Like I wanted, cause like when I started finding a little bit of like success in my life, I was like, okay, I wanna like help so many people now. Cause like if I can do it, anybody can. I'm not super smart or anything. And yeah, that was draining. Because I was just trying to help everybody build a store, and then that took focus off of like my stuff. And then I started like going downhill.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah.
When I did simplified drop shipping, I would spend sometimes 8 hours a day helping other people. Because my whole thing was like, that's me in the Facebook group and that's me answering every question. But it got to the point where I'm like, I can't do this. Like, this is crazy. 8 hours per day is like too much.
Yeah, it is. Drop shipping was interesting for sure.
I forgot what I was going to ask you, but I do want to bleed into like the CryptoDads stuff, because you're telling me beforehand you were like partners with Budweiser and like West Coast Customs, which I didn't know.
Yeah, it was super random. So yeah, I started CryptoDads. First of all, like kind of go into it of how that all happened. So in 2021, like early 2021, I started seeing NFTs pop up, and this was like during Bored Ape Yacht Club when they were launched. Like they had just launched. I saw how crazy those went, and then there was another project called Doge Pound that went really crazy, and that was actually the first NFT I ever bought was Doge Pound.
How much did you get it for?
Oh, so I minted it for like $300.
Damn.
But I got the cool thing about NFTs and why I like them is like pulling Pokemon cards. It's like you never know what you're gonna get.
You got some rare shit.
I got a rare one, and that just like blew my mind because I was getting like 100K offers on it like 2 days later, and I bought it for 300.
Wow.
I didn't sell it. Stupid.
You don't still have it, do you?
Yeah, I still have it.
Oh man.
Yeah, I still got it. But I was like, okay, I want to make a collection. These are going crazy. Like people are selling out in seconds. And so I just went on Reddit and started looking up how to make an NFT collection, because there wasn't like any launch pads back then.
Right.
So you had to like figure out the smart contracts on your own. So I found a developer on Reddit. I posted in a forum there. And some kid named Abby hit me up, and he basically was like, all right, bro, I'll do it. You don't have to pay me. Let's just like, if you make a lot of money, pay me a lot of money and we'll make that work. And I was like, okay, cool. Cause I didn't have any money to pay him. Like, you know, it was expensive. So, we did that. I brought on this girl that I knew in Colorado. She's an artist, and I had her draw up all the traits in art. So she was coming over every day, just like drawing all the traits. And, over the course of like a week, we built up the Discord to over like 100K people.
Jeez.
And then
before the launch?
Yeah, before the launch. Did a pre-sale. A pre-sale went crazy. It like the pre-sale part sold out in like 3 seconds, and then
how many go in a pre-sale?
We did 2,000.
And 10,000 is in the collection?
Yeah, 10,000 is in the collection. So we did 2,000. And to get in a pre-sale, we like gamified the Discord, so the more you talked in it, you ranked up, and that got you in. And then we did a public sale like a week later, and that sold out in like 5 seconds.
Wow.
And yeah, after that, it just like blew up, and we had like tons of people reaching out to us. And that's how like all the partnerships came about with like Movember, Budweiser, Dr. Squatch. We have a commercial with them, like the soap company. Yeah, it's super weird. West Coast Customs and like some other companies, but that was by far the biggest thing I've ever done.
What'd you do with Budweiser?
They just like tweets.
Oh.
Yeah, like partnership in that way, as far as like
I didn't know if
posting.
they did like a can or something.
No, so I was trying to get that done. It was not going to happen, but they sent me a ton of shit to my house, so I have like tons of Budweiser stuff at home. And yeah, that was about as far as that went.
And this podcast is also brought to you by AutoDS. AutoDS is one of the industry leaders in all dropshipping fulfillment tools, but they take it a whole lot of steps further. Not only can you get dropshipping time down to 2 to 3 business days, you also get so many more tools. Because AutoDS is one of the biggest dropshipping softwares in the world, they've implemented a product research tool that tracks all their analytics, all their orders, and then you can use that data to find your own winning products and see where the trends are going, or even use a product that you know is selling really well right now. They have a TikTok ad spy tool built in, so you can even look deep into the TikTok ad side of things for all your product research needs. And all of it is automated. Gone are the days where you need like a VA going around and fulfilling these orders for you. AutoDS, it is completely automated. Not even just the orders, but also the tracking updates and the returns. All of that is taken care of by them. They already have a lineup of 500 million products you can choose from. It sounds like a joke, but that's an actual truth. But I think what really makes them stand out is all their worldwide suppliers that they're connected to. Because most softwares are just like AliExpress and their own suppliers, but these guys are, you know, Amazon, Walmart, eBay, Costco, Target, Overstock, Lowe's, and so many more. AutoDS is truly the all-in-one tool you need for all your dropshipping needs. So if you'd like to test it out, go to the link in the description below. You'll get a special deal through my link. Whether you're brand new at dropshipping or an experienced dropshipper, definitely check these guys out. Now back to the podcast. What was the incentive of like growing the community so much after the sell? Like, do you get a percentage of each time an NFT sells?
Yeah, so you get a percentage of secondary sales. So we got 2.5% of secondary sales, and I think we did like 140 million.
Oh my God.
In secondary sales in like 2 months. Yeah.
And how much was
no, 7.5%.
7.5% of 140 million.
Yeah.
So what, like 10 million?
Yeah.
And then like on the launch, they were minting for 300 each.
Yeah.
So that's 300 times 10,000.
Yeah.
So that would mean like 3 million.
Mm-hmm.
3 million. So overall, like the CryptoDads itself generated like $14 million.
Yeah, around that.
Jesus.
Yeah, maybe a little less, because we also had like expenses and stuff too.
That's so wild.
Yeah. And then yeah, it was the craziest thing I've ever done. I'm trying to like top that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're working on something new. Do you want to talk about that, or would you rather like wait?
The launch pad.
Yeah.
I can talk about it. It's fine, because it'll probably be done. It might be done by the time this comes out.
Well, this comes out tomorrow. So.
Well, I better get to work.
Yeah. So like it kind of comes full circle. Yeah. Because now the NFTs are coming back and you're working on a launch pad for the new NFTs, the Solana NFTs. Yeah.
So I've always wanted to do something like software wise or like tech wise, just because it's so scalable. And meme coins have been the thing this bull run. Like nobody has cared about NFTs. They've been pretty dead, to be honest. Sad.
Except like a few projects.
Yeah, like
Shout out Luca.
Yeah, Pudgy Penguins. I'll say it. And then basically just building a launch pad like pump.fun. Anybody who's like into crypto knows about pump.fun and let's bonk.fun. It's basically where you can just launch meme coins for free and within seconds. So there's a contract type out there, which a smart contract is just basically like it executes things and dictates like what wallets or where the crypto goes, like how the NFTs or the coin is launched, supply, and all of that. So the Launchpad basically allows people to launch a token, so like a meme coin attached to an NFT collection. So the problem with NFTs and why a lot of people got stuck with them is because like obviously you have to list them for sale, and then you got to wait for someone to buy them, and that can take a long time, especially if the collection volume's low. So this allows somebody, if you were to launch a collection, it allow a user to buy the token, so the actual meme coin, and they can swap it to an NFT. And then if they ever want to get rid of the NFT, they don't have to list it for sale. They can swap it back to the token.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, and just sell the token just like any meme coin.
Is there nothing like that right now?
No, there's not.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's called MPL 404 or SPL 404. It's been done once on...
That's the name of the code?
Yeah, it's a contract type.
Gotcha.
And it's really new on Solana. There's one project that launched an NFT collection with a coin on Ethereum and that was on ERC 404, which is the Ethereum side of it. But as far as a launchpad goes, there's nothing out there.
That's wild. Do you think that's going to have an effect on all Ethereum NFTs?
It's hard saying, because I mean, I think outside of like Pudgy Penguins, Bored Ape Yacht Club, Azuki, and like some other projects, Remilio, like it's going to be hard for those NFT projects to like come back.
Right.
It's just like, but the ones who are established there, I don't think it will have any effect on them at all. I think Pudgy Penguins is obviously like not going anywhere. Bored Ape Yacht Club, who knows? Who knows at this point? But yeah, I think like the core collections, it won't change anything with them.
That's wild that you're like going to be the industry leader in that whole new system.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm excited to try it. I just thought of the idea the other day, and I found some random guy on YouTube talking about it, and I was like, oh, this is crazy.
Yeah.
How do people not like? Yeah, just blew my mind.
That's wild. And yeah, you got a fire domain too. That was really a good fucking domain.
Yeah, I got lucky on that. So
what did you do between the CryptoDads until now? Because I know you got into meme coins, right? Was there anything between the CryptoDads and the meme coins?
Yeah, I mean, like nothing really that worked, if I'm being honest. Like I messed with a mushroom company for a while.
Nice.
It was called Capagonia. I still have it, but they were like grow bags, so people could grow mushrooms at home with
nice.
super easily.
Yeah. Good profit margins.
Oh yeah, it was amazing. It's like good. I'll probably like get it back up and running eventually, but yeah, other than that, real estate stuff, so like rental properties.
In Indiana?
Yeah, Colorado, like Palmer Lake and stuff.
Oh, you don't have any? I thought you had one.
I do, yeah.
Oh, Indiana and Colorado.
Yeah. So,
Nice.
But the main one's in Palmer Lake.
When you get rental properties, do you base it off of, is it like a hybrid between like your personal preference of where you want these properties, or is it strictly about the data?
I mean, for me, I'm new to that, so I didn't really know what I was doing. I just saw a house for sale down the road, and it was going for pretty cheap because it was older, and I was like, okay, I want to buy this and renovate it. So bought it, renovated it, and there's 2 wedding venues in our town, like just like 2 minutes away on each side.
Oh, that's perfect.
And I looked up all the other Airbnbs, and they were like 2 bedrooms, but ours is 6, and we can house like 14 people.
Oh,
so
that's huge.
So like wedding parties, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a lot of large groups stay.
So that's been going pretty well.
Yeah.
Is it on Airbnb?
Yeah, Airbnb and Vrbo, but Vrbo's way better.
Why is that?
Like crazy volume. Like booked a lot.
That's wild.
Yeah, Vrbo is definitely has brought in like 4 times the amount.
Why do you think that is? Is it just the fees, or is it just the overall vibe of Vrbo?
Yeah, I think it's the fees, and I don't know if maybe larger parties use Vrbo more so than Airbnb, because most of our stays are like 10 plus people staying at the house.
Have you had any incidences? Wedding parties can get out of hand.
No problems actually. We've had one small thing that happened, like the people renting left the door open and their dog got out, and there's a restaurant next door and they were barbecuing outside. It's actually like the owner of the restaurant's a really good friend of mine, and it ran up and ate all of the meat. So
Damn.
They were having a huge event that day, and they had no food because the dog ate it all.
How big was this dog? Huge.
Yeah, it was like I think it was like a black lab or something like that.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so that's the only thing that's happened that was like, dang.
So were you doing the rental property? Because I know like you had a pretty successful meme coin. Is that something you want to get into?
Yeah, I can get into it. I probably won't say the name of it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Because I know Steven introduced you to meme coins, right?
Yeah, he did. Like as far as launching meme coins go, yeah. So I just launched one day. I've always been very much into conspiracies and stuff. So I built a platform around that, launched a coin with it. Technically, it wasn't a meme coin, and that did really well.
It was your first time launching one.
Yeah.
Right? That's wild.
Yeah.
You said the market cap went to like 8 million, right?
Yeah.
First time ever.
It went to around 8 mil, and that was crazy.
Yeah, it's a cool platform. I remember Raj showed me it.
Oh, you saw it?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
Were you doing meme coins at all during the Ethereum poo coins?
I don't think so.
Yeah, because I remember getting into like MILF and all those like OG ones back in the day.
Okay, so you were early. You were in the meme coins too then, like
Yeah.
earlier on. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I got introduced to it through Sean Kelly,
Okay. Yeah.
if you know him.
Yeah.
Sean, have you been following his like podcast at all?
It's insane.
He's doing about 90 podcasts a month.
Yeah.
He's averaging like 3 to 5 a day.
Yeah. His story is crazy too.
Yeah.
I like Sean though. He's a good guy.
It's cool to like see, because I was next to Raj when you called and said like you're launching this launch pad, because I think that's going to be huge. It's so new.
Yeah.
Like it's so rare to find something new in the crypto world. It just seems like kind of like see what's working and then do that. But that seems like brand new, which is wild.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. And it's what I always tell people too is like ecom has so much overlap with this stuff. Because a lot of developers, which AI has changed, because like people like us can build anything now, but developers aren't very good at marketing. So there's other people who are way better at coding than me. Like I don't really know how to code. I'm using AI most of the time.
Vibe coding.
Yeah, vibe coding. People hate that. Real devs hate that. But like coming from ecom, we're like good at marketing and good at branding and stuff. So we can build platforms now and have that advantage to where we can do it all.
Yeah.
And that's been a huge edge. So I think this platform is probably going to pop off for sure.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Are you gonna? So actually, no, I'm not even gonna get in that. One thing I wanted to bring it back to is that conspiracy stuff.
Oh yeah.
Were you posting all the conspiracies, or was it a platform that allowed other people to post conspiracies on there?
Yeah. So it was a mix. So like people could sign up, and it's like kind of like WikiLeaks in a way. People can sign up and they can post their own like documents on there. Like if somebody, hopefully this doesn't happen, or maybe hopefully it does, I don't know. But like somebody could go on there and leak a bunch of files that aren't.
Has that happened?
It hasn't happened yet, but there's a whistleblower on X who has a lot of followers, and he reached out asking how he would like leak files through it. And I don't know if I'm trying to do that or not.
Has anything been posted on your site where you're like, what the fuck?
Not really, but yeah, nothing crazy. Like I've gone down a lot of rabbit holes, so a lot of the stuff that's been uploaded by other people I've kind of like seen before, but we have a AI bot as well that researches things 24/7, and it curates its own research papers on conspiracies and it uploads them on its own.
Wow.
So that finds stuff sometimes that I haven't heard of.
Like what?
I'm trying to.
What's been like your favorite thing it's found?
Probably. So I wasn't aware that, I don't know what it's called, but like the Nazis basically being active in the Antarctica.
Oh, right.
And like, yeah, I didn't.
General Byrd.
Yeah. Like I didn't know about any of that until I saw it. And
You know any of that?
no, I didn't know.
Wow.
Yeah.
That one's wild because it wasn't even like Admiral Byrd came out. Like they found that diary after he died.
Yeah.
And his grandson published it, and it was saying how like we went to Antarctica. They were supposed to go for 6 months, and they're out of there in like a month or something like that, because they said 2 flying saucers with the swastika came next to them, guided them into a tunnel,
Yeah.
and then showed them like this different hollow earth thing.
You think it's true?
I mean, it'd be hard. I would say yes, because I usually say yes to most conspiracies because it's a lot more entertaining that
Yeah.
way. And they definitely had bases on Antarctica, and definitely Hitler was interested in the occult.
Mm-hmm.
That's why when I told you about that game, Indiana Jones, like
Oh yeah.
it's a pretty realistic timeline. Like obviously they didn't find stuff, but like he was really interested in finding the Ark of the Covenant, which I think most people, like if you do a little research, you can probably find where the Ark of the Covenant is. It's where those monks like guard it. Have you heard of that?
I haven't.
There's this area, I think it's either in like the Middle East or South America, where like there's these monks and all of them keep dying of radiation poisoning, but they all live in this one like thing, and they guard like this entrance, and apparently that's where one of the Ark of the Covenants is. And then you can go further and say that the Ark of the Covenant was actually used to power the pyramids.
Okay, that makes
and
sense.
turn those into like energy producing Like basically it tapped into the ether and that was the source. It was like nuclear plutonium. They like figured that out. And apparently in the Bible, it tells you step by step how to build an Ark of the Covenant.
Really?
Yeah, but they said like you couldn't you'd have to carry it with gloves. And they said like if you didn't, your like flesh would melt off.
Crazy.
So-
Have you read the Bible?
No, but right now I'm reading the Bhagavad Gita.
Nice.
But I want to get into the Bible. That's just a long one.
Dude, it's so long. I haven't. I don't even think I've read a page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you read any religious text?
No.
I feel like it's important. That's why I want to start.
too.
Because the Bhagavad Gita is crazy because that's super old and they're talking about like parallel universes.
Yeah.
It basically says, if I have a very rough idea, it talks about, I think Krishna is like the head god.
Mm-hmm.
And they say every time he breathes, he releases a bubble, which also correlates to I forget what it is, but scientists call it like the bubble universe conspiracy, where like bubbles will like bounce off of each other.
Interesting.
But every time he breathes, it's a new universe, and then each new universe he assigns a different god. And then there's like certain gods that can go through all the universes, certain gods that lead just that universe, and then Krishnov is like above it all. So
Crazy.
it talks about wild stuff about how like it talks about like you are the different person in each one of these bubbles, or some bubbles you don't even exist. And I'm like, damn, that's pretty advanced stuff for like a religious text.
Yeah, that stuff fascinates me for sure. I think it has to be true.
Yeah.
There's no way it's not, you know?
This podcast is brought to you by dropshipping.ai. That means this podcast is brought to you by myself. This is my website. This website is completely free for everybody. I don't want your money now or later. This is not some funnel. This is completely free. You get a free dropshipping store built by AI. You get free products chosen by AI. And you get a free course on how to use AI to dropship in the modern day era. AI has changed every industry. Everybody knows that. And dropshipping is not excluded. We have the most relevant, most powerful, most up-to-date information specifically tailored to dropshipping and AI fusion that we're seeing right now. And like I said before, this is completely free. I'm one of Shopify's top affiliates in the entire world. In fact, I was awarded top Shopify affiliate in North America. So they pay me to give you guys this for free. It's a beautiful cycle called the cycle of life. So if you want to support yourself and support this podcast and support me, go to dropshipping.ai, claim that store, claim those products, claim that course, and let's get back to the podcast. With all your conspiracy interests, what's been your favorite conspiracy you've ever stumbled upon?
So a more recent one is probably plasmoids being conscious. And like those being like UFOs that a lot of people are seeing. Not
New Jersey?
Yeah. New Jersey is a good example. But basically plasmoids and them possibly being like what created us. Like they're gods themselves.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just blows my mind. And I saw a couple when I was driving to Indiana.
Have you seen the one coming at Earth right now?
Oh, the 3-eye Atlas?
I didn't see that one.
Got you.
It's the one where it's like a long strip of colored lights
Oh, yeah.
that Harvard professor discovered.
Yeah, that's 3-eye Atlas.
What is that
That's
about?
what it's called. So there was, did you hear about Oumuamua?
No.
So there was an asteroid that passed by, I think it was in 2018 or 2020. I think it was 2020, but it was called Oumuamua, and it was only the second interstellar object to ever pass through.
Oh, yeah. I did hear about that.
So the same guy, Avi Loeb, I think is the guy's name at Harvard that you're talking about. He fully believes that was a probe from like a different civilization.
Like scanning?
Yeah, scanning or basically seeing what was going on,
What indicates an interstellar object? Like just an object from a different galaxy?
Yeah, so I think it's an object outside of our solar system, and it moves so fast because it gets slingshotted out of its solar system that it's not influenced by our sun.
Gotcha.
So most things in our solar system, especially like asteroid belts, like it's influenced by the sun.
Yeah.
But these things move so fast that they like don't get pulled in by any gravitational pull. They just pass through. But the Oumuamua was changing its speed, so it would slow down, and then it was like it'd get like, he said it was like thrusters were pushing it or something, and it would speed back up. And he said comets and asteroids typically move at a constant speed. So, and also it had no characteristics of an asteroid or a comet. Like it didn't have a trail behind it. It was just this large, elongated rock.
Did they have any photos of it when it passed by?
So they didn't, because they saw it late. But
it was moving that fast.
What? Yeah. So they saw it when it was leaving our solar system.
Oh.
They didn't detect it when it was passing by. And 3i Atlas is the reason those two are connected potentially. What he believes is 3i Atlas is now the third interstellar object that has ever passed through our solar system.
And is it following the same path?
It's following a very similar path, and this one is massive. Like he said, it's larger than
Manhattan, right?
Yeah, it's like 10 times the size of the asteroid that took out the dinosaurs or something like that.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's I think 13 miles is what it came out to, 13 miles big.
Wow.
But he said it doesn't have a trail coming off of it. It's doesn't have characteristics of like an asteroid or a comet.
Yeah, well, I've seen photos. What are with the lights across?
Yeah,
is that just artist rendition or something?
I have no idea.
They pull that shit sometimes.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to know what's real and what's not too. Yeah. But I saw the same one that it was like a bar of different colored lights.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have no idea, but it's very interesting that they're so close together. Mm-hmm. And it's only the third one, and the second one was only like a couple years ago.
Do you think it's a setup? Because you know the whole thing with Lloyd von Braun and all that. On his deathbed, he said, "Beware of the fake alien invasion." And this is the guy who started NASA, right?
Yeah.
And here's this gives me chills every single time I think about it. On his gravestone, it's just his name, the year he was born, and the year he died, and then a Psalms verse. And that Psalms verse is talking about the firmament above the earth.
Okay, yeah.
Which is wild. Like it had nothing to do with like death or like it just literally a Psalms verse about the firmament on the earth.
Yeah. Gives me anxiety.
Yeah.
Cause I'm starting to believe more that there is how do you say it? Firmament.
Yeah.
Cause like, I don't think we went to the moon.
Yeah. Well, the moon's sketchy itself.
Yeah. And then
we can talk about the moon.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. As far as 3i Atlas goes though, I've read a lot of things about it. There's a guy, you know who Jeremy Corbell is?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if I trust that guy, but he was saying basically they're going to tell us a lie that something is approaching Earth that is non-human. Mm-hmm. And he said that would be the big lie.
Yeah.
And he said that not even 9 months ago. And now all of this is coming out. So it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe he's right.
Operation Bluebeam.
Yeah.
So this is a well-documented thing. And then
you
ever hear the video of Reagan talking about it? Wherever that place is with the ivory green brick wall, you know what I'm talking about? It's like the UN, like they do it once a year. All the leaders go. And every time you see him speak, it's that like green, white wall. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't think so.
Well, in like the 80s, Reagan went up there and he was like, wouldn't it be nice if we had some sort of alien invasion? It would bring us all together under a single government. And he's like talking about it. So like this could be the big play because like if that happens, COVID won't even like touch the effect that this would have. Like this would cause massive riots. And then we would have to rush to fuse with AI because that's the only way we're going to fight back.
Yeah, no, that's true. Do you think crypto has any part in that?
Crypto?
Yeah. I only ask because like if you're under one government, then you're likely to use the same currency. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of theories that crypto was created by the FBI.
That's why I was wondering, what if it's all part of it?
I've thought about that because like the whole thing with crypto is like, anonymity and all that stuff, no restrictions. But I'm like, well, anyone can see anybody's wallet and exactly what they do. Well, I guess you can wash it, right?
I mean, you can, yeah.
But everything becomes instantly traceable. So it's like I could see it being like an opposed opposition because didn't they say like the first like Bitcoin something was like published like near the CIA headquarters? Mm-hmm. I'm not sure what the story is with that.
I don't know either. Sus though.
I love the theory that Steve Jobs created Bitcoin too.
Yeah.
Because like I could see that being it lines up like the Satoshi stopping posting and him dying.
Yeah,
that could have been the next big thing. I always think about what Steve Jobs would think of Apple nowadays.
I know, me too.
To be so far behind on AI and then to release like some bogus product.
Yeah,
with like what was it called? The Apple Vision.
Oh, the Vision Pro or whatever.
Horrible.
Yeah.
But apparently there's a leak that happened where they're working on glasses, which that would be cool.
Yeah. I do think that's like the downside of VR right now, which is I don't think it popped off because it's so inconvenient to use.
Yeah.
Like the Oculus. It's cool, but it's like who wants to wear a 5-pound headset on their head, and it's like takes forever to start up.
That's why I think Neuralink's going to be the bridge between AR and VR.
Probably will.
I think that's going to be wild because then like it could, like they say, like if the simulation is real, we could be plugged in, and now in this reality we're going to get plugged in, and it's just going to be like this rabbit hole of layers.
It's nuts. There's like structures outside of I forget what buildings they are. I think one might be at the Vatican, but there's like these giant metal ball structures, and it shows like mechanics on the inside, and people think like that is the technology like that's used in these orbs that people see
At the Vatican?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's one outside the Vatican. I think there's one outside the UN building.
Weird.
But it's like a giant metal ball, and the front is like cut out, and the inside has like a bunch of like metal like cross wheel things in it. Like it looks like a gear, like
a wheel, a wheel within a wheel within a wheel. That
yeah,
sort of thing?
yeah, pretty much.
Oh, okay. So
yeah, I'll have to show you it.
it's like the biblically accurate angels, because that's
Yes.
what Ezekiel talked about.
Yeah, which is crazy.
That is wild.
Yeah.
So anyway, getting back to back to the crypto stuff.
For sure.
Do you like what I was watching the Elon interview, and I'm mind blown how much volume Bonk is having compared to Pump Fund, because I don't like Bonk's like website whatsoever. The comments are always just completely filled with spam. They got a huge spam issue. Why do you think Bonk is like tripling Pump Fund's stuff out of nowhere? Is it just because it's the new kid on the block?
Yeah, well, I think people got upset about the airdrop thing because like whenever the airdrop wasn't hitting and like a rumor was going around that there was no airdrop, people were like, you know, F Pump Fund. They like started going to Bonk because Tom, the guy who started Bonk, is like an OG. He's been in the space for a long time.
What's he done before?
I have no idea, but I just know he's been around. Like his Twitter account's been around for a long time. He's been active. I don't know if his Launchpad Let's Bonk was like the first product he made or not, but he's just like very active.
When did he make Bonk? Was it like pretty recent?
No, I think it was like around the same time as Pump Fund.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure Pump Fund just ended up taking off, which...
Yeah, I saw at their peak they're doing like 6 million a day.
Yeah.
And then putting it all in the USDT.
Yeah. So I think that's why Bonk took off, because people were like, all right, well, if we're not going to get money from using Pump Fund, then we'll just go use something else, because I don't like either of the websites personally.
Why not?
Because they're just cluttered, bro. Like it's bare bones, which is probably, it's simple to use, but no one actually uses the website. They use BullX or Axiom or like another, like, you know. So I don't think the website's really just for launching the coin.
Right. Which that's a good purpose, I guess.
And then commenting.
Yeah.
But that's it. And people only comment because it's like bullish, you know?
Yeah. I'm always going in there and liking the comments.
Hey, there we
the
go.
free bumps and everything like that.
Yeah.
One thing I really don't like about like the crypto community is like no matter what, they try to twist it into a positive. You know what I mean? Like it's that was like really like laughable where like people, I don't know, I've just seen it so much where it's like the toxic positivity, like no matter what. Like I remember someone just sold like $12 billion worth of Bitcoin that he got for like 15,000 in 2013 or something.
Yeah.
And people were giving him so much shit in the comments. They're like, why would you sell now? Like, it's about to take off. And it's just like, this guy turned 15,000. It's like, if you sell anything, it's like you're a piece of shit to like the Bitcoin community. That's the vibe I've gotten.
Oh, 100%, man. Like every community, and to build a product in crypto is like, you can't make money or else you're Satan. Like CryptoDads, like people look at you as like a god when the price is going up, and then as soon as it falls like $20, they're like at your throat. And it's like, what are you doing? Why don't you do this? You need to hop on like Spaces more XYZ. And it's just like demand after demand after demand. And if you're making money, you're a scammer.
Right.
You know, but I put hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars back into the project.
Right.
So yeah, I don't know. It's
At
just,
what point? What was the last thing you did for CryptoDads? And did you know this was going to be like the last thing you do?
um,
Because eventually you got to step away, right?
yeah, I had to, I stepped away because I couldn't like, it ended up just being me running it now.
Yeah.
I had somebody I was working on it with in the beginning. So I tried to keep it afloat for another 8 months and just like bear market hit. And then like I was just spending money like crazy on like keeping people staffed and stuff because we had like 14 people on the team. And the last thing I did, I think I was I put out a beer, a CryptoDads branded beer called Hodl Lager.
Like you brewed it?
Yeah. Well, I didn't brew it. I partnered with a brewery out here.
Budweiser?
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. It wasn't Budweiser, but that was the last thing I did. And yeah, because everybody wanted like CryptoDads beer because obviously a lot of dads drink beer and stuff. Yeah. So just kind of fit the vibe.
Was there like a safety like did you ever get doxxed?
Oh, I doxed myself at the very beginning.
So when the price started going down, did you ever get like threats or anything?
Yeah, for sure.
Like what kind of threats?
Oh, like straight death threats.
Like did they like send you your IP, send your address?
No, I never had any of that happen. It was just like backlist threats through like DMs on X. Although people did start following my Instagram and like just like looking at every move, like 3 months or 4 months after CryptoDads like launched, I went on like a 4-day trip to propose to Erica. And dude, people lost their shit, bro. And they were like stalking me. Like I had so many follower requests on Instagram from these people and just like watching my stories. So that's why I made my Instagram private.
Gotcha.
Is because it's just people like stalking.
Yeah, Raj said like he would get threats with his address and like people would message his family.
Oh my God, yeah.
He's never told you that?
No, that's crazy though, but I'm not surprised.
And he's not even doxxed. That's the wild thing.
Yeah.
Like I remember like sometimes I'll see a coin he launches, they'll like say his like actual name.
Yeah.
Like under the comments and everything. It's a brutal world.
It is. It made me not like after CryptoDads, I was like, I'm never doing anything again in this space besides just like trading.
And here you are.
Yeah.
About to be the forefront.
Because it's like it's hard to find something that's as fun.
Right.
Because it's like with the e-com or, you know, something along like outside of crypto, it takes a long time or it can take a very long time to build that up. But crypto's so new that it like things, if it's a good product, it catches on like overnight.
Yeah, and I feel like the difference between e-com and crypto is e-com is more customers and crypto is more community.
Yep.
And then even though e-com tries to let it fall, let it fall. No, e-com, like I always think, I don't know. Some products you can build a community around for sure, but I don't like sometimes people are like selling a fucking, you know, gloves or something. They're trying to build community around the gloves.
Yeah. It's it's interesting. I think all the people I know who have had massive success in e-commerce selling like beverage products.
Beverage products?
Yeah, like whether it's like a koozie or actual like beverages.
Yeah. I never heard of that.
Yeah, like my friend or I wouldn't say he's a friend, but somebody I know, he started like a big koozie brand and it's like massive. It's in like Bass Pro Shop and all these crazy.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
So from drop shipping?
I don't know if he started from drop shipping or not. But he's killing it, bro. Nice. He's awesome too.
Yeah, I feel like one thing I noticed with the NFT thing is like it really exposed like people's like inner demons and inner characters.
Yeah.
Because I've seen people make like 15 million on an NFT and then they'll give the developers like 5,000. Like I know someone here who like helped launch an NFT. The guy made 15 million.
Yeah.
He was in the community every day doing all the work, and then the guy threw him like 15K at the end of it.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's messed up. I paid my dev $1 million.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm talking about. And then Zach said the same thing. Remember when I was like, when he sold the company, he could have easily just like not paid his developers anything.
Yeah.
But he paid them $1 million in Indian rupees, whatever that made him a millionaire, but or millions, I guess. Because I seen that happen where like people will launch an NFT with like all this stuff that they're saying they're gonna do, and that's like a dangerous game too because like you know, if you don't fulfill those, you have a real big target on your back, or at least if you don't even attempt to fulfill those.
We did that. I'm gonna be straight up. So we, like, I was so bad about that because I get really excited when I'm working on stuff. Like, and I just like start saying stuff because I'm like, fuck, we could do this, we could do that. And then people are like, oh, he said he's gonna do this, you know. So we had a bucket list of things, like had to give away a Ford Raptor MSRP.
You did do that?
Yeah,
Nice.
Like I did there's not one thing on there that I didn't do besides the game that we were making with West Coast Customs that just didn't work out.
Oh, so you did do it. You're saying that was.
Oh yeah. But
Okay.
I'm saying I made a lot of promises in the beginning, but I made sure to fulfill them. But
Right.
I backed myself up against a wall because I got so excited and was just saying shit.
Yeah, and I'm just saying that shows your character, because like a lot of people can make those promises, then they make that money, and then they're just like, see ya.
Yeah.
Who got the Raptor? Was it a less fortunate kid?
No, so the way it worked is the shipping time we were getting a new Raptor, and the shipping time on a new Raptor was like 8 months out at the time. So we were like, okay, well, let's just give away the MSRP, which was like 75K or something.
Oh, okay.
So we did weekly things, and we just gave away 75K to random
Every week?
people every week, like until it reached $75,000
Okay, so
over the course of a month.
how much money do you think you put back into CryptoDads with all the giveaways and just all the marketing and everything that you did for it?
Probably like 700K plus,
Damn.
maybe more.
Damn.
Yeah. Cause I was paying people, like everybody who worked for us was getting paid a lot of money, bro.
Yeah.
Which that's another lesson I learned is don't pay people a lot of money just because you want to.
Yeah.
Like pay people what the role is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I was paying like some of these people paying like $8,000 to them a month, and they were like doing customer support.
Yeah.
But they were helping me out a lot, so like I appreciated it, you know. So I just got super carried away with that stuff. But
what do you think the difference is going to be this time with the new NFTs going now that AI is here? Because I was kind of chuckling when you said like, oh, I hired this local artist to like design it. I'm like, man, that really shows how much the times have changed in like 3 years.
Yeah. So I don't think this bull run AI is going to change anything with like the art side of it because it's complex.
Yeah, but well, aren't you going to use it to like design? Like, most people are going to design it with AI and not have to like hire these artists anymore?
So yeah, they can do that. So the way ours is going to work is there's two routes. You have your own collection that you had somebody make, which is what most people do because it's like very complex with all the trait layers and stuff. So most people will already have their own collection that they bring to the platform, and then they launch a token with it. So they upload the like database with all their NFTs to our platform, and then they put a token name in and then click launch, and it launches all of it at the same time and like attaches it. But the other side is if there's like a meme, like say a Trump tweet or something that's hilarious and people are making meme coins on it, they can create an NFT collection with that tweet attached to the coin.
But would each NFT be different, or is it just like the same image?
Yeah, so we're working on ways to make it different.
Gotcha. With AI, right?
Yeah, it'll be like probably AI overlays, but it won't be like traits, like sunglasses, hats, clothes.
Put a hat on the tweet.
Yeah.
Just random stuff. That'd be pretty funny though, to make a character out of each, like that's the body. The tweet is the body. And then each time it's like,
dude, that's actually might be onto something there. That would be hilarious. Yeah, because that was like the challenge, right? Because NFTs are very complex, and there's no AI out there that can like replicate an entire collection with AI only.
Really?
It's not consistent enough. Because like
that's very surprising.
Yeah, it's just like because you have the base layer, and then like every trait has to fit on that base layer, and they all have to be compatible with one another just in case they're matched. So like if you have a hat with sunglasses, well, there's some sunglasses that are going to be big and they're going to overlap with the hat.
Gotcha.
So like maybe those can't pair together. You have to like blacklist them.
But couldn't you like easily use AI to make it understand that you can't do that?
So if someone has something out there, let me know, because we've tried everything as far as trying to get it to be consistent.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a shockingly open hole in the market.
It is. It's just hard to get it consistent. It can make an NFT no problem, but it's hard to have 400 traits and all of them, like AI, make all of them work together.
That's huge. Like if someone made that, like, cause that'd be like the back end for all NFT launch pads.
Yeah. Maybe we'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We just got to figure out how.
Right now, Snapchat is allowing me to offer you a special deal where if you spend $350 in ads, you're going to get $375 in ad credits. Snapchat's often one of the most overlooked advertising platforms there is, but it's also one of the largest. So if you have ads running on other platforms that are already working, take advantage of this deal just to see what would happen if you took it over to Snapchat, because Snapchat is a whole different audience, and the average Snapchat user opens it 40 times a day. I know a lot of you watching right now open it maybe 60 times a day. So you might as well go ahead and try this out, because you would be surprised how well this works and how many businesses this has really, really scaled up for. Well, yeah, because just to see the world change so much, and like I think there's like this huge pushback when any company uses AI art in general. You just see so much hate in the comments, and I think it's kind of funny because like life is very cyclical, whatever, where it's like it's the same cycle all the time.
Yeah.
When the camera came out, everyone said that's not real art. What is that? And then it got adapted and established as real art, photography. And then digital art came, and then all the artists were saying like, that's not real art, that's digital art.
Yeah.
That's trash. And then that came ingrained in society and recognized as real art. And now the next big thing is like everyone's saying like, that's not art, that's AI. And then slowly we're going to see it. My brother called it 2 years ago when I came to Boulder. Like this was like 5 months after ChatGPT launch. Because he's real deep into AI. And he was saying like, you got to understand that the future artists are not going to be the best at art. It's going to be who can communicate with the AI best for art. And we're seeing that right now.
Yeah.
Right now. Because I saw this guy post the other day this beautiful ad for Adidas where like it was a super long prompt, right? And I copied the prompt and it's same exact, like it gives, it's so, these, like a lot of people don't realize like when you're good at prompting, like you can get like the exact same image, but if you say something broad, you're going to get something different every time. But I typed in this prompt and it was essentially like this lady running in front of the pyramids, but the pyramids were in the shape of the Adidas logo behind her.
That's great.
And
That's
it was just
cool.
like beautiful. And soon, like you're not going to, the uncanny valley is like kind of going away. Like soon you're going to soon there is going to be no difference between like someone making art and someone using AI to make art. And then soon, just like the cycles, AI art will be integrated.
Yeah.
And then I think what comes after next is like when ASI comes and ASI is creating art with no human interaction, people are going to be like, that's not real art. There's no human interaction.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's still art personally.
Definitely.
Yeah. Cause I follow people on Twitter who use, AI for a lot of the stuff that they make, and it's amazing. I think artists are probably going to end up like artists already have their own style, and I feel like they will probably end up like selling prompts based on their style. You know what I mean? Like specific prompts they use, and there will be like artist to marketplaces where they sell their prompts for their aesthetic and their like style. I don't know. I think that's probably going to happen.
I think so. Because just like people, when the cars came out, people are like, well, what about the horsemen? Like, look at this thing that it's not even alive.
Yeah.
It's not even alive. You can't, and it doesn't last as long as a horse. Like, look at this. And then all of a sudden cars took over. And so like, it's just so funny how the same cycle keeps happening. Like people are like, the internet's a fad, then the internet took over. AI is a fad, then AI took over. But I think they call AI man's last invention. Because after this, it's all going to be invented by artificial intelligence, or at least be attached to it.
I believe that.
For sure. This is man's last invention. There's nothing above this. I don't think we can go. This is like the true breakaway civilization.
Yeah, I definitely don't see any other path.
No, because we're going to be like, because I was saying like, I think the way that the final war happens between like involving humans is like, people are going to start getting the Neuralink, right?
Yeah.
And then there's going to be people who aren't going to get the Neuralink. People with the Neuralink talking to the people without it is going to be like talking to a 3-year-old. they're going to be millions of times faster and constantly up to date with every single event that's going on in the entire world. And then you got just some guy who only knows what he's experienced.
Yeah.
I think that's going to cause some sort of thing like we're seeing with Peter Thiel when he like stuttered with like if you want to see the human civilization live on, because like the elite per se definitely look down upon like the average man. I think some really like huge guy like multi-billionaire called like all 99% of humans like food guzzling, like
probably Bill Gates.
No, it wasn't Bill Gates, but it was someone less known. But he basically said like most humans they just like take up our resources. So like imagine those people plugged into a system that's millions of times smarter, and then just seeing these people take up resources as like a plague to the world. I think that's going to be the worldwide civil war.
Probably will be. Hopefully that's not how aliens see us.
Yeah.
Yeah, or else we're cooked.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's going to be interesting to see how AI plays out. Would you get Neuralink?
Well, probably not.
Yeah.
But there's like going to be a window of people who get it, and it's like kind of like having one of the first like cell phones. Like you in business, you had a huge upper hand if you had the briefcase cell phone.
Yeah.
Because you could always be taking calls. So imagine you're one of the first 20,000 people with Neuralink. You're just on the markets destroying everybody. You know exactly where that trade's going, and then you know what to do with like that money or like anything. Literally, like if you want to make the best music possible, you can analyze all the trends, all the lyrical like trends, all the sonic trends, compile that into like a new genre. You could be like literally Superman until everybody else is caught up with you. But I think it's the mark of the beast.
Okay, that's what I was asking.
Yeah, I think it's literally the mark of the beast, and AI is the antichrist because it all lines up with like this is the end of humans coming up.
Yeah, it does line up. How long do you think it will take?
Less than 10 years.
Less than 10 years? You think we'll be cooked in 10 years?
I think like Ted Kaczynski predicted. I think right now we're seeing the shift where like technology has been serving us, and now we're gonna start serving technology. Met some guy. I went to the top of the boulder like thing. Flatiron, they're parasailing, and they called it off because of the winds. I was talking to this guy, and he was talking about how he wanted to get into tech, but now what he's going to do is get into like server building. I'm like, interesting. That's like following the exact trend of like you no longer can do the tech because the tech's taken care of, but you can serve the thing doing the tech, which is AI, by like maintaining and building servers.
That's scary.
It's like, I think we're giving power to something that is like you can't put that genie back in the bottle.
Yeah.
But
what do you think the point of I guess like believing that or knowing that? How do you see like life being worth it if you know it's all coming to an end like that, or if you believe it's coming to an end like that? You know what I mean?
Well, I think I forget exactly how they put it, but they put it beautiful. They're like, if you want to find the meaning of life, make someone laugh or make someone smile, or like or feel love from someone or give love to someone, and that's your meaning right there. Because no matter how hard artificial intelligence tries, it can never feel feelings. It can mimic them, it can act like it, like especially with this ChatGPT like laughing, and all this integration stuff. There's a feeling which I believe is the universal language of the world. That is gonna be numb to oblivion, which we're already seeing with like pornography and like just all this numbness, because what they're doing is trying to numb the feeling. If they numb the feeling, they extinguish the soul, and then you become the computer itself, like without even needing the Neuralink. But I think like it's worth living as long as you can feel. But if you're taking like Xanax and doing all these drugs like they're pushing, like I think the real attack on humans is they hate the feeling. Because if you feel, you have something to defend against, you know? If you feel love for your family, you're going to defend it because that feeling, you know, that's the thing that makes us human. Like I could cut out your eyes right now, you're going to have 4 senses left, but nothing's going to take away the universal sense. Because like some people, because if the human body has 5 senses, you know, the soul only has 1. And that's why I always say, I've brought it up before, but like if you go to a concert in like Sweden or something, like even if no one can speak each other's language.
Yeah.
They somehow can all bounce up in unison to like music, right? And I call that like the heartbeat of the soul.
Gotcha.
Because everybody knows the rhythm.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
And yeah, AI can mimic the rhythm.
Yeah.
But it will be too perfect. You know, the universal rhythm of the soul is perfectly imperfect because there's just something about it. Like if you got all like they've done it with robots where like they're all like nodding in perfect unison, but there's something about humans and the perfect imperfectness that shows like because even a heartbeat isn't perfect. The rhythm of the heartbeat like changes based on what you're feeling or if you're sleeping or whatever. So that's my thought of it. Just like protect the soul by protecting the feeling and just make sure to feel.
So basically just be as human as possible.
Be as human as possible. And to be human is to feel. Like that's the main characteristic. But I think they've taken it so much out of it that like I was telling you before, like what Ted Kaczynski said was like to be human was to make a family, hunt your food, find shelter, and that was your daily process. But now it's like it's all about they've replaced the hunting for food with like hunting for money, and they've replaced like the family with parasocial relationships, especially the pornography. Which I want to get your opinion on this, and then we can close it out.
All right.
So I thought about this the other day. I'm sure you've met people who've like they just despise people who do better than them.
Yeah.
Like, and they can't explain why. They're like a nice guy, but they meet him and they're like, fuck that guy. Why do you, I just don't like him or something, but they just happen to be doing better than him, right? So I came to the conclusion the other day, I'm like, okay, I wonder how that ties into pornography use. Cause like when a guy's watching another guy have sex with a girl, he's like fucking masturbating to this, right? But he's wanting what that guy has while secretly resenting the guy who has it. So in a similar sense, I wonder if, psychologically and subconsciously that mentality is being applied across the board, especially since it's so intense, like the reproduction feelings. That can be applied across the board. And that's because it's a funny thing to think about whenever I meet somebody who's like acting that way. I'm like, this guy's probably a porn addict. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, that's a good measure because if you think about it, like any addiction, like it's an addiction, you know what I mean? So I feel like alcoholics, like that leaks into every other area of their life. So what makes, you know, like pornography any different to that? And pornography is way more of like a instinctual like habit in a way, you know?
Yeah.
So I feel like it's even more powerful. So yeah, I could definitely see that affecting how guys look at other guys, especially ones who might be more successful or doing better than them.
I think so.
Yeah, because I mean, you're comparing yourself. Yeah.
It's like,
and men, you know, egos.
Yeah. Like wanting what another man has while secretly resenting him for having it. Yeah. It's that sort of thing.
I feel like it's that. And also just people who are just unhappy with their life too. And
but that's the weird thing about it because when I was coming up, I was unhappy with my life. But like when I saw someone with a great life, I never thought for a second like I resent this guy. I was like I want to learn from this guy.
Yeah,
like
that's a good point. Yeah,
it's a crazy thing. Like when someone's like they see someone with a lot of money and they're like they instantly assume he doesn't deserve it. Yeah. They instantly deserve he had to scam somebody to get there. All this like stuff, and it's kind of like to bring it back to the beginning of this podcast. It's like. It's just looking for an excuse to fill the gap between why you're here and they're there. Yeah. Not asking like what they had to do it, just assuming that they had to do bad to get it.
Yeah. I think it's a personality thing too, probably though. Because have you for the most part like always believed in yourself? Like that you were going to do something?
I was living in a situation that I knew I had to get out of.
Okay, same.
So I had something to run from, and then I always knew where I wanted to be, which was Los Angeles, so I had something to run to. And I think the issue is like when you don't have either. Yeah. Or if you don't have both, that's an issue because if you have somewhere to run from, you can get very comfortable. I'm sorry, if you have somewhere to run to, you can still get comfortable where you're at, but if you have something to run from, and somewhere to run to, like you have to go forward because you're running from this shit and you see where you're running towards. Now, if you just have something to run from, you're just running into the abyss, into the darkness, you know, and that can be a whole issue. And I think that's the issue with like really rich kids that I've seen is like if you're born into wealth, you don't have anything to run from. And then there are some stuff you can run too, but
Yeah.
the element of risk isn't even really there. So it's kind of like you can just get stuck in the void.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I was just wondering because that's like in our situations, we almost felt kind of forced almost.
Right.
You know?
Like it has to.
Yeah, like there's no other option. It's either this or I'm just going to be miserable.
Yeah.
And that wasn't an option. But I don't know if everybody reaches that point in a certain like point in their life. I do believe most people get to the point to where they feel forced to do something, but I don't feel like everybody gets to that point at the same time.
Definitely not.
I feel like I was fortunate to get to that point whenever I was really young.
Definitely.
But yeah, I understand that that's not the case for, everybody.
Well, yeah, that's the issue with like the trust fund kids because they know that they don't have to ever work.
Yeah.
And then the other issue with that is like anything they do, there's like an asterisk behind it.
Yeah.
It's like, well, your parents, so that's unless you do it like above and beyond, like Trump, his dad wasn't a billionaire, but he became a billionaire. Or like Elon, he came from a decently wealthy family, but not 400 billion.
Yeah.
So it's like in that case, that's an interesting one because then you got to like not only just prove yourself, but prove yourself to like a high multiple.
Yeah. I know some kids like that who are from wealthy families and they're always comparing themselves to their dad's success.
Exactly. Yeah.
And dude, they are just stressed.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
because the standard is so high.
Yeah.
Like, the standard of success is so high compared to like if you have nothing, you only can go up.
Yeah.
But if you're already way up there, like that to go even higher, it's like kind of like fighting the atmosphere. Like the gravity's really pulling at you and you just got to keep going. You have such a far way to fall.
Exactly. Yeah. I always wonder what that'd feel like.
Yeah.
And we'll never like get to experience that and understand what that feeling is.
Good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Thankfully. But yeah.
Cool. Well, I think this is a good place to end it.
Cool.
Thanks for coming in. That was an awesome one.
Yeah. Thanks, man.